impaired. What I see takes over me. I'm blind beyond repair. It takes a load on me so tight.
This match is now officially a Judy Bagwell on a forklift match.
I can see my fantasy. I'm so consumed impaired. What I see takes over me. I'm blind beyond repair.
Surprise, bitch!
Again, Cody is in the TNT title picture. And again, I want to slit my wrists.
You know what, though? I think he's finally embracing the character. So, while I still don't like Cody Rhodes, if you're going to be there, at least stop trying to pretend you're something you're not.
Hi, my name's Clinton Davis. You can find me at PK Batman on Twitter. You can also find me as Johnny Shitknuckles on essentiallysports.com. And to my right is my lovely co-host. You can't do it again. We can't replicate that magic. No, I know we can't do the freeze again like we did last week.
No. I'm Ethan Hubbard. You can find me at Jensen Collins 3 on Twitter. You can find us both at On a Forklift Pod on Twitter as well. And there will be a Facebook page coming shortly when I finally get some time to do that during my day job, which you will then find all of our updates there, or you can catch us every week Wednesday at 10:05 on channel Snickle Fritz on YouTube, or at PK Batman 420 on Twitch. So, I don't know. My opinion on this week was we actually had a pretty strong show.
Really good show.
For I know the last 3 shows have felt like they've just kind of been here. I mean, we had the Hangman celebration, and that was really the big thing. That was really a hangover from Full Gear, and then the last 2 episodes have been cool.
Yeah, I thoroughly tonight was hard for me because normally what I do is I pull up Dynamite on one monitor and watch it, and on the other monitor I'll just be playing video games, getting this shit ready and everything. Well, today I was playing Halo Infinite, and it was very distracting to watch Dynamite while playing Halo. Which, oh fuck, that hit was real bad. I shouldn't have taken that hit to start the show.
Way to go.
But yeah, it was very distracting from playing Halo Infinite, which in my opinion is the game of the year.
I don't have an opinion on it yet because I haven't got to play the campaign.
The what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm fixing my mic.
Dude, it is so loud and echoey.
That's amazing that it's loud. I'm not even doing anything to it. Yeah, I haven't touched it yet, but that's the life of being a father and somebody who only does laundry once a week.
I've got a big pile of dirty laundry in my room that's been piling up because, I haven't been home in fucking 2 weeks outside to record this shit.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
The thing.
Well, at least we get to see each other this Saturday. It's been
we do
3 weeks since I've seen your ass.
Yeah. Or, last Wednesday on here. But hey, it is what it is.
Anyway. Since I've seen your ass. I haven't seen your ass in a minute. No, do not give the people what they want. Damn it. That's going to bring in the views. Fuck. Now we're a thirst trap channel.
I'll get the hot tub.
All right, let's do what we do every week. I'm going to run down the show this week. Since you did it last week, we'll just rotate. Plus, I'm going to breeze through the results and everything and what happened, and then we'll discuss, because I'm pretty sure we have a bunch to discuss. Show kicks off with MJF's music, but it's not MJF. It's CM Punk, who comes out and cuts a really good promo wearing a new Four Pillars t-shirt that features Britt Baker instead of MJF. He was drawing some real heel heat in this one, and as soon as he got off, as soon as they went to commercial, he came back with one of the best video vignettes I have ever seen in my life for MJF. So good. Go out of your way to watch it, which led into his hometown reaction. Fucking popped the place. He was I can't ever tell with him if he was welling up or if he was just acting, but I'm going to go with this and say he was welling up. We went to the Battle Royal, where the last 2 participants will face next week at Winter is Coming. The final 2 participants in the match were Dante Martin and MJF. The big thing in the match was Dante Martin eliminated Ricky Starks to be one of the final 2, and he's pretty much already done with Team Taz. MJF does the bit where he walks up the ramp and decides whether or not he goes back to help, and he goes back and he starts beating the shit out of Dante Martin until CM Punk makes the save. Then after that, we go into what is essentially a PWG 8-man tag match between Jurassic Express and the Varsity Blondes versus the Acclaimed and 2.0. Jurassic Express and the Varsity Blondes got the win when Jungle Boy made Caster tap out with the snare trap. After the match, because Kingston came out during the match, he told the camera guy to come to the back with him where he wasn't mic'd up. You couldn't hear what he was saying, but Santana was next to him. Excuse me, Ortiz. I get them confused. Nothing against them. They don't look alike at all. I just get confused.
They need name tags.
They do. But 2.0 and Daniel Garcia beat the fuck out of both of them, which looks like we're getting an LAX reunion, which is awesome. We get a promo from FTR and Tully Blanchard saying that there's going to be a tag title match this Friday night between the Lucha Bros and FTR. We go into a tag match where the Young Bucks defeated Chaos, which is Chuck Taylor and Rocky Romero. After the match, it was a very long and very, very good paced match. Really, really good. After the match, they're beating the shit out of Orange Cassidy. And who makes the save? Sue. Sue and Trent make a return. Trent rocking the fucking John Moxley debut look.
We are huge fans of Wrestling Moms, obviously. We love you, Judy. And we love you, Sue, but you're not Judy.
No.
So
no, honestly,
Judy the wife goes, she's in the basement wrapping presents, and I'm in the middle layer of the house, and because it's a parfait or an onion. Onions have layers. Watch Shrek, you'll understand it. So I'm upstairs, and I was like, yeah! And she was like, who'd you pop for? And I was like, Sue. And she's, who the fuck is Sue? And I was like, God damn it, Sam, that's Trent's mom. Don't you talk anyway, or don't you talk bad about that saint.
Trent clears house. The best friends all give the people what they want. Sue and Chris Statlander come into the ring, all 7 of them standing tall to end the segment. Phenomenal. Then we move into Ruby Soho getting interviewed backstage. It was pretty much to set up a match where it's going to be her and TJ taking on the Bunny, Penelope Ford, and Nyla Rose this Friday night. Sammy Guevara is about to be interviewed when who interrupts him but the rudest fucking face in professional wrestling, Cody Rhodes. Their Christmas episode, it's going to have Cody versus Sammy Guevara.
That's the worst Christmas present ever.
I don't care. Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill TBS tournament hype video package. It was really good. Rio and Jamie Hayter. What Rio? Oh my God. I loved this match. This match was this honestly was probably my favorite match of the night because Rio is the best fucking female seller in the business. Honestly, give me Rio versus Sasha Banks. That's my dream AEW WWE match. But it was a really good David and Goliath type story that only Rio can tell because of her size. And she got the win following a crucifix bomb right into her double stomp for the win. After the match, Britt Baker beat down Rio. Is to be expected. I thought they were going to announce their match was going to be at Winter is Coming, but we're getting a different women's match. Which the women's match we are getting for Winter is Coming is Serena Deeb versus Shida. The long-standing rumor right now is that Shida is going back to Japan at the end of the year. So this could be Shida's final match in AEW for a while. So
with that said, Shida has become excellent on the mic. She sounded great during that promo package. That's my only side note for that little section.
I agree. And then after that, out came the Varsity Blondes and Julia Hart. They were interviewed. Lights went out, and then Malachi Black spit the spray in Hart's face. We got the Rampage lineup for this week. It is going to be the tag titles, FTR and Lucha Bros. It's going to be the women's six man. It's going to be Adam Cole versus Wheeler Yuta, and Hook versus Fuego del Sol. Hook is making his debut this Friday. I'll be watching that shit. And then next week for Winter is Coming, we've got MJF versus Dante Martin. We got Serena Deeb versus Shida, and we got Hangman versus Danielson, which they'll probably add 2 more matches to the card on Friday. And then we go into the main event, which was hometown boy John Silver taking on Bryan Danielson, and Silver did his best. He did a really good job keeping up with Bryan there, showing that he can go. Bryan won with a gotch-style pile driver, and I couldn't really tell what he was doing at the end there, but he was pretty much lifting Silver off the mat to show that Silver was knocked out. And the ref rang.
Oh, he had him in a full.
Oh, full Nelson. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
He had him in a full, and he was just lifting him to show the ref, which fucking power move. Boss move, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Which is all Bryan's really doing right now is boss moves.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said he was going to kick the head in of Silver. Out makes Hangman for the save a little too late. Hangman said he's going to stomp the cowboy shit out of him. And that's how Dynamite ended today.
Yeah. There's enough in this episode. There's a decent amount of wrestling, but there wasn't like anything groundbreaking. Nothing groundbreaking happened wrestling wise, but we got some decent matches. First off, the Rio Jamie Hayter match of the night, personal opinion. I thought for being two completely different sized people, they did a fantastic job putting that match on. Jamie Hayter did exactly what she should have been. She was a powerhouse. Rio looked great. They gave it the right amount of time. It didn't feel like it was running long. And that was, what did that go? 13, 14 minutes?
Yeah.
So
no, the Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think I remember 2 commercial breaks in that shit.
Yeah. I mean, there was an early one, and then I got a little thrown off because I have Hulu, and so it cut to a Hulu ad instead of like the regular ones. Either way, that was great. I love the finish for it. And you know what? I do have to say this. As much as we love JR, it was very refreshing to not have JR on commentary. And Taz is getting a lot better.
He is.
So,
I like Taz.
As weird as it is, I know he was a commentator for a long time in the Fed, and then he's done commentary other places, but it seems more natural because his stuff's not forced. He's not force-fed. Hey, you got to say this line. Hey, you got to say this line. So he's finally being able to talk like Taz and give us some of like the Tazisms, if you will, but get the point across and make it entertaining on its own, which I enjoy. I think that announcing group works really well together. The only thing that tripped me up a little bit, because I wasn't expecting him to get so excited about it, is when they were talking about the Rocky Romero Chucky T match against the Bucks. Excalibur, who, if you guys don't know, owns PWG, he was very excited about that because that was a traditional PWG match that has happened before. Now Kenny Omega was involved in it, and so was Trent, but that match has happened before.
I think I got it on my back shelf over here. It's probably a Bola fucking show because Kenny only ever worked like the big events for that shit after a while. Like he only ran Bola and he only did what's the other one? All-Star Weekend.
Yeah,
I've got
the
the dual DVD set where it was him versus Will Ospreay on the first night, and then the second night was Speedball.
Oh, dude. Speedball.
So, and that was before IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kenny.
Mikey Bailey does not get enough North American exposure.
No, it's because he was banned from the States. Thank God that's lifted, and he's working for
good,
Impact
because
now.
He should be.
Yeah, because he's a phenomenal wrestler. And you know what? Like I behind the scenes shit. Him and Veda Scott are a thing.
And they're adorable.
They're adorable. And I think Veda Scott is one of the best female play-by-play commentators in the business. She's up there, in my opinion, with Renee Young. And like they're legitimately like next to Gargano and Candice, which we're going to talk about that here in a minute because that was emotional. They're probably my favorite wrestling couple.
Yeah. So there was some other fun stuff that happened here while we're on the women's train. There was a backstage segment that we had. It was the Bunny and Penelope Ford talking, and Ruby Soho shows up and lays in one hell of a forearm on the Bunny, which was great. But it has my favorite line of the night because out of nowhere, Nyla Rose comes with a chair and just yells, "Surprise, bitch!" and just hits her with a chair.
Nyla Rose is hilarious.
Just like Vicky Guerrero's a cheerleader. But then, and I don't usually do this on our show. I don't get really, most of the time we get really horny for the men. I need more Ty Conti and jeans. I just need that.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm asking for her to put more clothes on. What do you want from me? She's an exceptionally... I love Shakira, and she's the closest thing to a wrestling Shakira. The hips don't lie, Clinton. And she's really fucking good in the ring now.
What do you mean now? She's been good in the ring. No one just gave her the time to develop.
Because she had to work a different style. Now that she's actually able to incorporate some of the judo and stuff into her moveset, she's very, very good in the ring.
No, let me tell you who I'm a hard for, and that's Wardlow.
Ooh, the ponytail man bun?
I want the ponytail man bun, the black tank top, the black dress slacks, the fucking outfit he wore when the Pinnacle debuted. Like, when I watched that, thank God I watched that alone, because I would have it would have looked like the fucking scene from South Park when Randy Marsh got on the fucking internet. But no, man, let's fucking hell. Like, there was so much good shit on this show, but there's one thing I do want to talk about because it's important to me. That's Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly. I watched Wargames this past weekend solely for two matches, and that was the women's Wargames match and the men's Wargame match. And you know what? I'll say this. Yeah. And both matches delivered, in my opinion. I thought both were very well booked. I thought the women's got a little sloppy in some places, but for what they were trying to accomplish, I can respect it, because both matches were essentially built to get two people over. The women's match was built to get Cora Jade over, and the men's match was built to get Braun Breaker over. And in both aspects, they did that thing. They got Braun Breaker over as a big powerhouse motherfucker who's going to take that title off Ciampa. And they got Cora Jade over as the future of NXT.
There was one little bit with Cora Jade that I absolutely loved. Kaylee Ray was trying to give her a kendo stick to defend herself during that whole arm bit, and she was backing up into the corner like, yo, dog, I don't trust you at all. Like, I know we're on the same team, but shit, you gonna betray me? So I did love that. I thought that was nice. That was very good. Kayla Ray very much played the Dakota Kai on her team.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna give NXT this. I love Toxic Attraction. Now, if you want to objectify women, asshole, objectify these three, because these three are very, 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 very attractive, and they're all so very good in the ring. JC Jane, I think her name is.
Yes.
Okay. She has got the best facial expressions out of any woman on the NXT roster, bar Io Shirai. Gigi Dolan's fucking over.
I just really enjoy the fact that Gigi Dolan, at any given moment, looks like she has no fucking idea where she's at. Like she just looks legitimately surprised to be where she is. Like, she has just entered, like, she constantly has new people entering like dimensional portals inside of her mind, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? That whole toxic, she has very good character work. I understand a lot of the time it's the same facial expressions, but she's just so very good. She's also very good in the ring. They need to let her do more. Personally, I know her moveset
Mandy Rose is definitely the weakest of the three when it comes to in-ring work, but she makes up for it by being a good mouthpiece.
Yes, very much so.
You know what? Honestly,
they didn't let her do a lot of either. Wow, apparently your pop filter is getting sprung too.
Fuck, calm down, boy. We're just talking. Nothing's on. No, but like, she's a great mouthpiece, and honestly, if you wanted to throw Dakota Kai in the stable just to give it like the finale of like having four people, I wouldn't hate it. She'd fit right in. I
kind of like the 3-piece. I don't know. I just like the 3-piece. I like the trios fitting. The 2.0 of Daniel Garcia. The I guess I know they have Wheeler Yuta now too, but like the Chucky T and Trent and OC, I like that. I like that trio. That the Super Click. Big fan of that. Big fan of that.
Yeah. But that match was really well structured. The only thing I don't like about any War Games match, and I will bitch about it till the end of the earth, is when baby faces have the advantage. It ruins the whole match. In this instance, they didn't really ruin it because Cora Jade pretty much took her fucking self out with a wicked swanton bomb off the top of the cage through a table where she pretty much sold that her shoulder was removed out of the socket. And in one of my favorite spots of the match was when they went to go open the cage door to let her out, because I was like, oh shit, she's really hurt. And then Io was just like, no, I've got this, and closed the door and pretty much fucking lethal weaponed her arm back into place.
I'd trust her to do that.
I would too. And then you know what? Cora J got the... Listen, I don't like commentary. Commentary is really pissing me off this week. Between Corey Graves and the chuckle fuckers in NXT making the comment, what a veteran-like maneuver for her to pin someone unconscious in the match. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's such a snide comment towards a baby face that you're trying to... You save that shit for, like, heel work. Like, you're doing the shit all wrong when it comes to commentating. Like, as much as I hate it, I like the whole dynamic of JR and the King, where one was a baby face and one was a heel. They tried that with Michael Cole and King, and Michael Cole just cranked it up to 47,000, and it didn't work. And they're just not doing it anymore. They're just letting everyone commentate how they want. Corey Graves definitely plays a heel one, and he definitely plays it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. You ain't lying there. I liked it. I like people that just run him through the ringer. But I think part of that is those guys have the personality to work both the heel and the face side of it. JR does, or well, King does really, because JR was never really. I mean, he had there were certain dabblings of it.
They tried to turn him heel and it didn't work.
No, for the most part. But then you have somebody. WWE has a guy that could do that, and I'm glad they don't do it with Pat because you've seen him do the heel work in NXT.
No, he's babyface through and through. His energy is babyface shit.
He could do it, but I'm glad you're not touching on that because he's so much better just being Pat.
Yeah.
He doesn't need something else. Just let him do his thing. That's probably, honestly, that might be their smart, because they've had a lot of fucking bad decisions recently. That's probably their best decision in the last 3 years.
No, but, and then, like I said, what happened was Raquel got her power bomb on JC Jane, left her in the middle of the ring because she got taken out by Gigi Dolan, and then Cora just stacked her and pinned her. She was the only person standing.
Oh, I lost you. Oh, no. We're gone. So he was talking about people in the women's match, which unfortunately I don't remember a lot of because yesterday was a Tuesday, and I decided that it was a good idea to drink on a Tuesday. So that's a thing.
What the fuck? Okay.
I don't know. You were frozen, so I was telling people all about how I decided to drink on a Tuesday, and maybe that this is actually just some kind of mind freeze.
I think my internet's going out.
Well, I hope not.
Because, yeah, it just popped up with the notification. We might have to send this home already. Holy shit. God damn it.
Well, let's talk about the important part here.
Yeah, let's wrap through the important part of Dynamite, and then we're probably going to have to wrap this up.
Oh, I was just going to say, let's just talk about the important part of Gargano. We already told people about Dynamite. Winter's coming next week. That's the big show. Expect a longer podcast next week.
Yeah, Xfinity's been having outages in my area all week, so I apologize. We've been having some pretty heavy winds over here in the Murder Mitten. I'm sorry, E.
No, you're
No, but Gargano is my favorite NXT wrestler of all time. It's always been him and Ciampa. Dunn is a very, very close third. You couldn't have picked a better team for that men's War Game match. Once again, to anyone listening, I apologize. I don't like it when shit like this happens. It fucking weirds me out. But, Yeah,
seems fine now. So I mean,
I know that thing is still popping up like a Wi-Fi signal, like
no.
question mark and shit.
Tell it to eat a dick. So I guess so. Yeah. So obviously that was kind of the lead in. The 2.01. If anybody hasn't watched it, 2.01, I don't think there was any question that was ever not going to happen.
No.
However, you kind of gave those guys the best send off possible, even though the champ is still black and gold. Like I know Ciampa's not going to be the champ for much longer. But yeah, so that's where that is. Anyway, but that leads us to the big thing. So this match was
Gargano's
final match in NXT. And hell of a send off. Great send off for him.
Great match. Very emotional. He came out to Rebel Heart. That brought a tear to my eye. Just all that good shit. I'm going to go into better detail about Gargano in our end of the year show, which coincidentally is on December 22nd.
Yes, it is.
We will have all of our favorite guests on. We're going to talk about our favorite wrestlers of the year. We have awards to give out. It'll probably be a 2-hour long show.
I'm going to buy tuxedo t-shirts.
We're going to start this one. I know this is going to be a little different than our shows because it's not going to be a Dynamite review. We're going to start this shit at 9 because we're going to have everyone just on here, and it's just going to be end of the year kind of recap of all of our favorite things, and then we're going to disappear until when is it? January 5th. We will be back after December 22nd.
Yep.
So we're going to end the year with the Winter is Coming episode.
Yes, that will be our final. And then at some point during January, because I am royally getting my ass kicked in our draft, you will see me dressed as Tennille Dashwood's on-screen character. I do not think I can rock a rattleskin cheekini or whatever you want to call that she wears. While I would try, we would also get banned from Twitch. I feel that in my heart. Amaranth, I'm coming for you. So anyway, because we're breaking this down and we're going to go through this real quick, and we lost him.
Am I there?
Oh, you're back. Okay. So we're going to do this. So let's knock it down. We did have a list of 5 matches.
No, I'm not. Johnny Gargano deserves more respect than us blowing through my 5 favorite matches.
Yes. So anyway, I you know what? We'll just throw this out there. A match to watch this week from myself and a match to watch this week from you. A match to watch from myself. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is actually a Johnny Gargano match, and it is my favorite, and I'll talk about it at length later. But so you know things that happen at it. It is Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano from TakeOver
Wargames 2018.
Yes.
Because that's my number 1 Johnny Gargano match of all time.
Yeah. So
spoiler alert.
Clinton will talk more at length about it because he's much more impassioned than that. If you haven't seen the match, though, there is one thing that I suggest not drawing your attention to very quickly because you'll lose focus the rest of the match. Aleister Black is a massive package, and he's wearing these silver trunks, and it's fucking distracting.
Big dick energy with that motherfucker.
And it sucks, too, because it's such a good match. They beat the fuck out of each other. That is just hard striking. They're very aggressive, and it's just... The match has a great tempo to it. So, but just go watch that. We'll talk about that later.
I'll give you 3 matches to go watch. Go watch the DIY Revival trilogy. Just watch it all. It's the best tag team wrestling that has ever been in NXT.
That's about the best half hour you're going to spend watching wrestling, or hour and a half you're going to spend watching wrestling this week.
Yes. But once again, I apologize to everyone. My name is Clinton Davis. You can find me at PK Batman.
I'm Ethan Hubbard. You can find me at Jensen Collins 3, and we are on a Forklift Pod on Twitter.
And as always, we love you, Judy. And we will see you next week for Winter is Coming. I'm pretty sure that won't be the only thing coming.
I would agree.
Have a good night, everyone. My apologies.
Adios.